All right, welcome, friends. We are going to find out how to be a Pen Pal Encourager. 10 minutes to true awesomeness, and it really does only take 10 minutes to write to an incarcerated friend once you get the hang of it and this method. So first of all, we are going to hit the first slide, and we're going to say, think in terms of messages, not letters. Okay, this is where a lot of us get hung up right at the starting gate. We feel like writing a letter. It sounds like a school assignment. It sounds like it's going to take a lot of time. It sounds like you should do it in your best penmanship. All of this, not true. What our friends who are incarcerated need more than long letters is they need regular reminders that they are remembered, that they have value, that we want them to know we're thinking about them, okay? If you reach a point in a relationship with someone where you want to write long letters, that's great. Do it. If you're a letter writer, fabulous. If you're not a letter writer, you can still be a Pen Pal Encourager. So we're going to think conversational. We're going to think more in terms of a text message. And we're going to simply send a reminder that our incarcerated friend matters to someone on the outside. Next slide, please. We're going to use our technology. So if you have a smartphone, I'm going to ask you to pull it out and open your Notes app. And we are going to use voice to text using the Notes app on your phone. This makes it possible to correspond with your pen pal from a red light, if it's a fairly long red light. Okay, that easy. If you've got your phone on you, you can do this. Now, if you are just sending sort of a generic, starting to get to know you letter, that's what we're going to practice together today. Obviously, if you have begun corresponding with someone, you know more about them, and you're responding to one of their letters, well, then you're going to want to have their letter in front of you when you're replying to it. But for this morning, we're going to practice a getting started first letter, all right? All you'll need to do is voice to text it, quickly proofread it, and send it to your printer. All right, next slide, please. And then you can add a personal touch. Once you've printed your letter, you can sign it by hand. It is good for people to see your handwriting. Tells them just a little bit about your personality when they see your signature. And if you can, add a doodle or a little one-line PS at the bottom that's in your handwriting. And then you're going to mail it. And it's that simple. Next slide. Let's do this. All right, so take out your phone, open the Notes app. Now, I've distributed basic request letters, our first inquiry letters from some of our newest pen pals at the facility that we are taking care of. So take a look at one of them, just pick one of them that has a teeny tiny bit, something more than just please add me to your program, because it would be nice to have just a tiny bit more information. That's why I had each of you grab a couple. And just give me a nod when you've got a letter that you feel like we could do this exercise with. Also, this is a practice exercise. You do not have to mail this letter, okay? This is just to practice doing this. You don't have to send it if you're not ready for that. We've got some nods. All right. Okay, so you're going to open a new note on your phone, and you're going to click the little microphone, and you're going to put it up closely and speak softly so that you don't pick up somebody else's conversation. And we're just going to start really simply with dear, whatever their name is, first name. Do not do Mr. So-and-so or Ms. So-and-so, because the emphasis on DOC numbers and last names is one of the dehumanizing things over time. Receiving a letter where you might feel you're being more formal or polite to use their last name is actually not as good. So just go with the first name. So dear first name, nice to meet you. I hear you would like the PrisonCare Pen Pal Encourager. I guess I should start by telling you a little bit about myself. So record that into your note and then tap to turn your microphone off. Dear Joshua, it's nice to meet you. I'll tell you about the PrisonCare Pen Pal Encourager. I guess I should start by telling you a little bit about myself. Everybody got that first line? If there are mistakes in it, you can go back and fix them later. We'll go on to the next slide. So, we have a list of letter starters. And that's a free PDF that's on the PrisonCare website. I'm going to send paper copies to everybody on this team. For now, I just pre-chose 4 of the fill-in-the-blank starters for you. And we're going to use those. So I do blank for a living, and then I loved or I hated school when I was young. I am left-handed or I am right-handed, and I grew up in a large or a small family. So you're just going to tell them 4 things about yourself. Hit your microphone and dictate. And now you have told them something about yourself, so we're going to go on to the next slide. This points us to the letter that you've chosen to respond to. So look at what they sent you and notice one personal thing that they mentioned. A program they're involved in, the fact that they feel lonely, the fact that they speak another language, anything that distinguishes them as an individual. And then you're going to dictate into your note. In your letter you said you, whatever the thing is. And then you're going to respond to what they shared with just a couple of appropriate words. That's great. It must be really hard. I feel for you. Just something simple. So one sentence reflecting back what they said personally. Yeah, it's gone. I don't know.
I think you lost battery.
Okay, I'll just talk really loud. So let's try this. In your letter you said you, and then respond very simply with either compassion or enthusiasm. Dictate away. You guys are doing a bang up job and we are almost done. Next slide. You're going to express interest. One of the things that is just as hard for people on the inside as it is for us on the outside is to think of what to say. They don't know what to write either. We hear this from our friends all the time, that when they started, they didn't know what to write. So we're going to make it easy. We're going to ask a couple of specific questions. Non-threatening, personal questions. So there are a bunch on the starters list. I've chosen 2 for us to practice with. We're going to say, tell me a little bit more about yourself. Are you a morning person or a night owl? Would you describe yourself as shy or outgoing? And then say, I'm looking forward to hearing from you again. Hit your microphone and go for it. You guys are rock stars, because the next slide has us bringing it on home. And again, on that PDF, there are a whole list of potential closing lines to help you get started if you don't feel comfortable just writing something out of your own head. For now, pick one of these and dictate it into your note. It will be cool to get to know one another, or I hope my letter brought you a smile today. You can be a rebel and use both. And you can be a rebel and use both. Final slide is a look at the whole process. Voice to text using the Notes app on your phone. Give it a quick proofread and edit. Send it to your printer, sign it by hand, maybe add a one-line PS or a doodle, and mail it. That's it. It's really that easy and quick. That was actually less than 10 minutes, I think, right? Okay.